Bam, we on the tubas.
Here. Face ID, come on. Guess not.
What up, YouTube?
Tubas.
I really feel like we're missing something, but I don't think we are. Hey, sound like we went live.
Are we missing anything?
No, we on a lean though. I thought I had that straight. Yanks.
The gangster lean. So.
Damn, we on a lean and a slant.
On to 5. Is that better?
Hold on, I gotta wait for it to catch up. No, not really.
What you,
Oh, there we go. That was heading in a better direction. I think it's just super lag in that jump.
Lag.
Yeah. And
Oh, no sound. Hold on.
oh yeah. To the middle.
Oh, middle.
Yep. Check. In my project.
He said Pootie Tank special. Coming live.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know how much we should even care about the live view. Because it's only live for 24 hours. As long as the YouTube view is really good, that's all we need.
And the tippy tie on the water tie, my Damie.
On the sunny side.
That's one of the greatest movies of all time. I ain't gonna front.
You know what, bro? I've never seen that movie.
Oh, it's amazing.
I might get my black card revoked. I've never seen Pootie Tank.
It's one of those movies that is so stupid that is excellent.
Catwoman.
It's like a guy that's like, the ladies can't resist, but he doesn't talk right either. And when he does talk, it's either tippy tie on the water tie.
So is he like a black Zoolander, but just less articulate?
Yeah.
Wow.
Good entertainment.
Thank you. Pootie Tank special. All right, man. Who is in here, man? What's happening? Hey, what's up?
Alrighty. Let me pin this joint.
There you go. Yes, sir. Somebody said, nice surprise. Yeah, you definitely seeing the behind the scenes. When do they not see behind the scenes, though? Yeah, one day we're going to start the show. We just going to be like sitting here.
I think we need somebody else to like help.
We do.
Start it.
We do. We need an intern for this joint.
Yeah. Who wants to come hang out and talk shit about
Free Jameson. Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, damn, that shit is on the gangster lane.
You see when them...
That shit's on the gangster lane. That shit look like we about to start sliding.
Whoa. Now, I promise we're going to start the show in a hot second. Fictionalized, what up? You in the building. Quintendo Powers in the building. And I want to start this show with something special. I'm going to wait till we get right, though. Like J-Lo. Did you see the halftime show?
Did I? Did I?
That was a devious did I.
I ain't gonna front. To me, in one of the top...
Damn, I think I'm almost out of this jump.
Have I messed it up worse?
No, I think that was my previous mess up. All right, we cool. It just looked like we could bring your side forward a little bit on the Instagram.
How many people does it take to get the camera straight?
Apparently more than 2.
But yeah, that Super Bowl is in my top 3. Not even gonna front.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. If you're looking for crotch shots,
man,
that was the bowl for you, baby.
I was like, this is vulgar. I like it.
Right. I'm like, wow. Oh, I didn't know they were performing the box.
I just feel like somewhere in middle America that these like bad racist people are just like, man, not bad at all. Yeah, not bad.
Get those daggone. Oh, never mind.
Shakira? What you say her name was?
That sounds like the place we eat at on Friday nights, but she's looking kind of good.
First of all, Shakira got the slaps.
Yeah, that's a fact.
She got the slaps. Shakira got some records.
Yeah.
And then, too, she looks great to be a older lady.
I didn't know she was... I'm not up on Shakira. I didn't know she was the age she is.
Oh, yeah.
When did she start, though? When she's
been there for a while. She's been there.
Yeah, all right. I didn't know. J-Lo's still holding it down.
Yeah. I was just mad Ja Rule didn't come out. When I heard, it must be, I was like, oh, John!
Right.
And then it just like, nah.
And I was like, wow.
Then J Balvin came out. I was like,
Wasn't mad.
Nah, I'm not mad, but you know.
It was Miami-ish.
Yeah, wrong J.
Yeah.
He said Janet paved the way for that type of performance. That is true.
Man, listen. Did they get any, we're going to start the show in a minute. Did they get any, like, pushback?
I don't think so.
It was plenty of parts of that show. I was like, oh, they're going to talk about that on Monday.
Yeah.
Talk about that on Monday.
I mean, the Janet one, I feel like it's like, as far as you can go, so long as you don't cross that line.
Yeah, you can't cross into Nippleville.
Yeah.
Nippleville, USA is
population 1.
Population 1.
Population right.
Oh my god, it's terrible.
All right, man. Listen, welcome to Unquantized Podcast. Who am I today? Can I be Potty Rich?
Potty Rich, I like that.
Potty Rich,
the #1 album in the country. Potty Rich.
So you want to be Tupac Shakur?
Tupac Shakur, I like it.
Tupac, you got the bandana on. Tupac Shakur over there, definitely. Man, let's get into this theme song so we can get into the show.
You are now watching the Unquantized Podcast. Tune in on Instagram or YouTube to build with the producer community. Live on Fridays, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Young Brandon was popping, man.
I gotta work on what my face is doing while that while that music is playing.
Oh yeah.
It's like when people sing Happy Birthday, I never know how to look.
Just like.
Yeah, it is. Thanks, Cheesecake Factory employees. Wenzo, what up?
Shout out to Wenzo.
Man, since you are watching this on a podcast, I thought today would be a great day to start the show and salute our podcast team. First of all, I'm salute the fact that we have a podcast team.
Man,
so
thank you.
We're going to give it up for that. For sure, man. So, in order of operation and how it goes down, shout out to Oral Soul Beats. Shout out to Beats Music. Shout out to Young Realistic Productions.
The God.
And Young Jenny from the Block.
Shout out to Jenny from the Block.
There you go.
And shout out to Zap. Shout out to Zap.
Shout out to Zap as well. So, all right. So, in keeping with this theme, man, we have a team now because when it was left up to me and Trizza to just do that,
it was not going good.
you weren't seeing no podcast clips.
No clips.
YouTube wasn't even right. None of that stuff. But now that we have this great team in place, man, I know you all have noticed there have been clips coming out on a consistent basis. Our podcast is right. We got
It's
names,
booming.
episode titles,
Facts.
dope topics, all of that stuff, man. And it's just thanks to the fact that we have a team, man.
Facts.
So give it up for those gentlemen and that lady.
And I feel like when the content is consistent, bro, them calls is a little different.
Boy,
The calls is a little different, man.
I've had a week of some very interesting calls.
He hits me like, oh, I forgot to tell you. He sends me a text. I'm like, oh.
I did. I sent him a text.
I'm like, yo, you just gonna flex on me like that? Like,
Man.
damn, that's how you feeling?
Hey, man. Hey, we about to be out of here, buddy.
Oh, and be on the, man, we got a couple of things. First of all, Producer Power Summit, Atlanta. Doppler Studios, we running it back. We got the official date, April 18th.
Yes.
Last year, if y'all did not make it, we had Young Busyworks Beats there.
Ooh.
We
Beats
had
by Jay Black there.
We had Young Houston of Ableton.
We had Atira,
A lawyer extraordinaire. We had Amon Jackson, mixing engineer.
Ooh,
we
nice.
had Realistic,
We
mixing
did.
master engineer.
We had Brian Michael Cox judging beats in the beat battle.
Yeah. 9-time Grammy winner Brian Michael Cox.
Ooh,
we
nice.
had Alexander Pouchet, AJ,
Oh, yeah.
producer of Bieber, Akon. He did the World Cup theme song.
He sure did.
He did that. And he was judging, giving feedback on beats. We had DJ Demand, A&R.
Oh, and yeah, in case you haven't seen our episode, we had him on the show 2 episodes ago.
We had Paul Cabin there.
Paul Calvin was in the building. Trizzy Track was in the building.
Trizzy was in the building.
We had a nice
I feel like I'm missing somebody still.
Yeah, we missing somebody, a huge name. I just can't even remember who it is. Oh, and we also had Trey Beats in the building.
Oh, shout out to Trey Beats.
Man, DJ McGovern was in the building.
Oh, we need him back.
Come on, man.
We need him back. Yeah, we need
now that
him
we
back.
got a date, I got to hit him up.
Yeah, so we running it back April 18th, Doppler Studios in Atlanta. It's going to be crazy. We're already planning on the next batch of guests and panelists.
Yes, indeed.
And we're going to only get crazier.
It's going to be nuts. So, tickets will go on sale this week. We'll keep everybody posted. If you're not signed up to the emails, please hit the site, subscribe to the emails. You don't want to miss out. And it gives people plenty of time to get their bookings and flights and all that type of stuff together. Because we want to see all y'all there. It was amazing meeting a lot of these people for the first time last time.
Hell yeah. Shoot, from Quintendo to Umami to
Right, Oddchild,
JDT
was
Beats.
there. JDT was there.
Prentice.
Prentice was there, and we got a dope gift.
Oh man,
last year too. Justified Music came through and gave us the decanter that we too scared to use on the show.
Because we're scared we're gonna break them.
I ain't gonna lie, look like he got that joint from Jacob the Jeweler. I'm like,
it's got the little color, little dress on there.
We tried to use it twice on the show. We were so scared we was gonna knock it over and break it.
I got my computer here. I'd be nervous. I'd be like, oh god.
Yeah, that joint's somewhere in a trophy case next to the Lombardi trophy.
Yo, I don't know. This is very confusing to me.
What's going on?
I don't know how that's happening.
I don't either. Okay. All right.
Maybe I need to change my...
I think so. I think you do. Anyway, 808 on the beat is in here.
Oh, Smitty Boy was there.
Oh,
no, I was forgetting somebody.
That's right. I knew he was forgetting a heavy hitter.
I knew he was forgetting. Shout out to Wenzo. Wenzo was there.
Wenzo was there. That's right.
So yeah. Oh, and I got a new video dropping this coming up week, probably Wednesday. I interviewed Young Oracle.
I ain't gonna lie. My man said he was gonna interview me yesterday. It made my day so weird. You asking me interview questions was it was weird, man.
And I asked some very different. It wasn't the typical like, what DAW do you use? What I asked some very like random, but you want to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were super random.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I think people will enjoy the video. Probably gonna drop it Wednesday.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, I just got to finish editing. I started last night, but I started getting sleepy. I was drinking some little tequila.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It's going to be dope. Check it out. I'm not going to watch it because I don't watch things that I'm in. But please check it out.
Hey.
Somebody told me I was weird for that. I don't watch, I don't watch this show.
I hate it.
That's another good thing about having a team. So we could come here, do the show, provide the value, answer the questions, and then I don't have to go back and look at it until the clips.
I have a fear that I'm going to say something wild that I think is funny. Because my sense of humor is so messed up that I think I'm going to think it's funny and then somebody's going to take it way out of context and then I'm going to see it and I start overthinking it.
Probably.
But when somebody else just cuts up the clips, it's just like, I'm just gambling. It's like, all right, whatever.
There you go. Don't send us to jail, guys.
If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies.
No areolas this Super Bowl, kids.
Nah, but it was
man,
it was close.
A lot of toes.
Is it PG-18?
All right, that was it. It was close. And shout out to Shakira being a meme in the little.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Smoking Aces was there. I don't know if you said that.
Oh yeah,
Smoking Aces was in the building. Umami was in the building.
Oh, we had a nice little squad.
Yeah, we did. It was kind of crazy. Now I'm excited.
Hey, I'm hyped.
Yeah, I really wish this joint was like tomorrow now.
And we had it earlier. But we made the executive decision to push it back so we could give people more time. Because I know a lot of people are coming from out of town.
Yeah.
Man, last year we had people from LA, people from Seattle, people from Florida, people from Memphis. Virginia. So, we want to give people adequate time to get situated, prepare.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be, I'm excited, bro.
Man, it was super fun.
And we only going to have bigger and better people.
Yeah.
And a lot of the same fire.
Oh.
We're going to have a good little crowd, man.
Yeah.
Last year we had the issue of we had so many dope people come wanting to speak that we had to start telling people no.
Yeah, and we still ended up having a super packed panel. So that was amazing, man. I can't wait to do it this year. We're going to make it bigger. We're going to make it better. It's going to be dope.
Fiction Line says, I love the full-length episodes on YouTube. Appreciate it.
I wanted to ask. I was wondering, and maybe y'all can answer this. Of course y'all can answer this. What do you, other than here, do you consume this podcast on other platforms? And if so, what platform? And because
that's a good question.
We get a lot of listens now that we got analytics in the building. Most of our
facts.
plays come from Spotify. I'm finding out.
Try to get people at Spotify.
Yeah, some people listen just straight from the player that we have posted in different places.
I don't want to be a player no more.
Points. But yeah, and in building with the team, you know I'm always dying to get my automation back.
Oh man,
there's a bit of automation in the podcast process that I came up with. I'm particularly proud of.
Oh, he finessed.
I shared it with Young Trizzle.
Oh, it's finessed.
Yo, automation is the way. I'm gonna really get into my automation bag one day. It's not gonna be today though. I listen on Spotify or YouTube. Dope.
Hey.
Appreciate it.
Nobody on iHeartRadio.
Nobody here from Stitcher.
Let's see. Highman said, "What's good, family? Sound Oracle and Trizzle. What's good? Thanks, Trizzle, for the tag. If you need any more help, let me know." Yo, Shout out to Highman. I heard the tag. First, shout out to Quintendo.
Oh yeah,
Podcast member. Yo, every time people would hear Quintendo talk, they be like, "Yo, I had 2 girls tell me like he has a great radio voice."
he do.
You know, me, eye for talent. I listen to the ladies, man. If you DJing, you listen to the ladies. That's how you keep your job.
That's true.
And they said he had a great voice, so he's been doing the tags. He's been holding down. Shout out to Young Chambers.
Yes, sir, man.
So I like that we use the podcast members. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just dope to have an engaged community like this. I'm super damn excited for just to see what else comes up.
Yeah, but Hive's tag came out dope. He sent me something in the DM. I was listening to it and I heard the tag. I was like, okay.
Fireness.
Okay.
So we, in keeping with the themes of teams and finally us being able to do better because we have a team behind this podcast, I posted something on Instagram yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. And it was basically a billionaire talking about how he doesn't know anything about technology. He doesn't know anything about management. What he does is find the best people and put them together on the best intelligent people and puts them together on a team with one vision, and that's the win. Got a few comments about, wow, that sounds like massive manipulation of people, slave wage, wage slavery, which no one said anything about what these people were being paid or anything like that. But I find it to be a bit confusing that people want to, whether you believe it or not, you're a producer and you want to sell beats. Therefore, you are in a traditional business when it comes to the marketing and selling of your beats. So for certain people to be in this industry and not understand that that is how a successful company is set up is a little baffling to me. I always go back to the restaurant analogy, like, because the main person who said it, and I hope he's in here, man, is Pies_Steaks. I invited him to come in the show. I don't know if you're in here or not. But what he was saying, right?
Wait, his name is Pies_Steaks.
Pies_Steaks.
Is that like a shepherd's pie?
Pie steak, I guess. Okay. Ribeye pie. But anyway, he was saying, collaborate, don't delegate, and stupid or intelligent, everybody is equal. And to me, that could not be further from the truth. Actually, first of all, delegating does not have to have a negative connotation. Like, everyone gets delegated tasks. Oh, my bad. The bag. Everybody from the person up here to the person down here is delegated certain tasks. It's not the delegation part I had a problem with, but it's the collaboration part.
Right.
As a producer and a creative, we talk about collaborating a lot. But when it comes to the usual business structure or the structure of a successful business, a lot of times collaboration can hurt you. For instance, if I run a restaurant and I have, I'm always running a restaurant, these analogies, and I have a 5-star chef on my team, if I get in there and try to collaborate with my chef, it's going to lead to terrible tasting food, right? Instead of letting the person...
Pass the salt, my G.
Facts. Instead of letting the person that is better than me and an expert at this job just cook and do his thing, I'm going to want to get in there and, hey, man, you ever heard pink Himalayan salt? You're like, man, get out of here. What are you doing? You messing me up.
This is Obey. Put it on anything.
Right. But that's the thing. If you want to run a successful business and you want to scale a business and turn it into other businesses, think about if you have an empire, which everybody kind of wants to have, and you got 20 employees, what, you going to collaborate with 20 people every day? You got to let some things go. And I think the need to want to micromanage and be involved in every job is an ego thing.
Oh, super.
Especially if you don't, and I don't know where homie was coming from. I don't know what he has going on right now. But let's just say, for the sake of summary, if it's just you now or just you and one other person, it may sound cool. Like, collaborate on everything, collaborate with everybody. But if you have 100 employees, you have to let go, and you have to know who to collaborate with, when to collab, and most importantly, when to back up and let people just do their thing and let them earn their money. That's another thing too. Like, you could try to do all this stuff yourself, and you might not be successful, but once you get a good team now you could provide jobs for people, you could break people off with some bread, some opportunities to hone their skills and all that type of stuff. then you're setting everybody else up for success.
It's like, do you want 50% of $2,000 or do you want 10% of $10 million? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
come on,
you gotta. And then the thing with when he said everybody's equal, as people, I believe we're equal as human beings. But as far as talent and skill, hell no.
No.
The NBA exists for a reason.
Right.
It's because people are fucking great at basketball, and then it's people like me who ain't shit at playing basketball. You know what I'm saying?
I would be on your team.
Bro,
I'm not very good either.
Bro, in my spirit, I want to play basketball.
Oh yeah.
But my physicality, the way my
the way your limbs is set up.
Yeah, the way my shot is set up, it just don't work. But 2K, you know what I mean? But saying everybody's equal, one, I feel like you're not gonna get but so far.
That's true.
Trying to do in a creative sense, it's like cool, we collab with people that you respect.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, we on the same page, but I might be better at this. And even with the collabs, a lot of times producers collab, you might be better at drums than I am. So I'm gonna do the melody, you do the drums. It's a yin and yang kind of thing.
Yeah. You let them take over where you're weak, and then vice versa. I think in the video, homie was saying something about he said something about stupid people and intelligent people, and that's why the guy Pies Steaks said that stupid or intelligent, we are all equal. I don't know about you. But if I'm running a technology company that does something amazing and very critical to say preserve humanity, I'm not playing the stupid people, intelligent people, we all equal thing. No, you want the best people, you want the smart people, and most of all, you want the people that have the capacity to do the job that they're hired for.
I don't think Elon Musk man, he's a nice guy though.
Yeah.
Let's hire him.
Dumb as a bag of doorknobs, but boy with a spirit. Nah, somebody get one of these Teslas and lose their life.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That Tesla just drive in circles.
Facts. So I don't know if y'all commenting on what was said, but I just had to start the show with that because I thought that was an interesting take on things.
Mr. Sandman said at the airport, flying out to Orlando, y'all pray for me. I have a fear of flying.
Oh man,
oh, you good, bro?
You be all right.
Just relax. Being on the plane is the perfect time to make beats. You got a laptop and a hard drive.
Very true.
My goal is if I'm going to LA, try to make 6 beats before my laptop dies.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then if I have time, I'll watch a couple shows and I'm there.
That's dope. That's a good flight.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to wait that little 30 minutes or a little 20 minutes to get up in the air, get your altitude.
That's one beat.
Start cooking up. You know what I mean? You in there.
Plus, let's not neglect the pre-flight game. Me and Trisha had a pre-flight game that we ran. Yeah. I wouldn't suggest you run the exact pre-flight game we ran, but
2 or 3 Long Islands before the flight.
Yeah.
And we missed the flight beside the
We did
gate.
miss the flight.
We were at the gate and missed the flight.
Yeah. We were literally sitting at the bar across from the gate. Yeah, so don't do 3 Long Islands maybe?
Yeah.
We turned that thing into a party.
Two, yeah, we had mad random people. Yeah. I was just looking at those videos. I came across. We saw Monique that day.
That's right.
That was mad random.
We did. Yeah. And also, I like to mention it was probably like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah, early.
Yeah, we was drunk. We was ordering off the breakfast menu.
That was a 24-hour day.
It was
because we left the next day.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And we went to New York. We still made it on time for Busy's live event.
Shout out to whoever gave us that whiskey there. Because we definitely.
Oh yeah.
We definitely tore that down.
Yeah, somebody gave us some homemade whiskey.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. After the show, we tore that up.
It went down. Let's see. Foresight Music says, question for y'all. As a music producer, how do I negotiate with an artist for a feature and the exclusive rights to that song? I guess it depends a lot on the artist. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you're trying to do that with like Future, it's gonna be a lot harder.
Yeah.
But if you're doing it with like a up and coming artist, then it's pretty simple. Y'all just do y'all splits. You know, get your split sheets done. Go to a DSP.
Yeah.
Like, this is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna split this revenue.
Yeah.
That's pretty simple.
I would also suggest transparency. Like, a lot of times we're like, well, how do I do this? And really, the easiest way is you know what you want. At this point, I assume you just go to the artist and you say, this is what I want. And then you're going to have to negotiate back and forth a little bit. But I feel being transparent in the beginning and kind of just laying it out there. Because you need a point to start from. Yeah, exactly. So don't be afraid to start with like, yo, this is exactly how I'm feeling. This is exactly what I want. Because without that, it's just going to be what do you want? Well, what do you want? What do you want? Like, somebody I get out there and be like, yo, this is what I want. This is what I think it should be. And then have the other person.
Exactly.
The first thing you want to, the faster you get to know, like, no, I don't want to do that, or I don't think that's right. That opens up the negotiation. That's when the negotiation starts.
Right.
So the faster you're able to say, this is what I want, this is how I think it should go, the faster you can really get to where it's going to be.
Hey, TJ912, what up, bro? He was at the show, too.
Oh, man, shout out.
Shout out to him, man. Man, if you can't come through April 18th, man, we running it back. See, I'm about to start outsourcing some things. Trizza, is MailChimp still legit? Now, I actually get this question a lot. I feel like
you were in the commercial?
I was in a commercial for MailChimp, right? And then the great Shopify versus MailChimp thing happened, and I had to pick a side. I feel like the dude is like the "Can you hear me now" dude.
Oh, he went over to Sprint?
Yeah. What was he, Verizon before? He was Verizon before, and then he had to make the move to Sprint. And it's kind of a similar situation of I had to make the bag choice. MailChimp is great. Don't get me wrong. I really like MailChimp. I like the company. I like the people that work there. It's, Atlanta company. Well, I don't know if it's Atlanta based, but the company is here.
They have it. The headquarters is here.
Yeah, it's on Ponce. Yeah. And so super dope. But you already had left.
Yeah, I was already out.
Yeah, he had already left, but I had to make the decision because basically they had a whole feud with Spotify. I mean, I said Spotify, Shopify. And basically that's how our businesses ran, big part of it. So with them having a clash, I had to move systems, which was a whole, bro. That's a big thing. It was a whole ordeal because I have more than one e-commerce site. So I have the producer kit, but I have another business too that I had to copy and move everything. So, but MailChimp your question is very valid. It's very good. Especially if you're starting out, if you're not super heavy into the email thing, I feel like it's a good entryway. Yeah. But when you're starting to do the big boy emails and stuff.
Yeah. How are they with automation?
That's the part where I start feeling stupid because you were already on the other joint, right? Mm-hmm. And then when I start looking at the pricing for what the advanced MailChimp, I'm like, oh, this is
about the same.
It's actually more expensive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, oh, let me make this move.
Where we at now is the cream of the crop as far as I'm concerned. You can't
I am the tiger, it's the cream of the crop.
Hey, there you go.
Don't hate on my vocals, y'all.
Yeah, you kind of
little auto-tune on it. Ooh.
You kind of killed it.
Can you, Zulu Child says, can you touch on the question I asked last week about Timbaland's relationship between his passion for music and job of making music, and if it affected him throughout the years?
I do remember that question. So the question posed, I think last week we were talking about, when doing the thing you love becomes a job,
right,
then, it still becomes work. And his question was, do I know if Tim went through that? I don't know that per se, but my guess is at least at some point in your career, if you love something and you do it, especially for that long, there may be points when you're like, all right, this feels like a job, because keep in mind, it's something that you love to do, but you love to do it at a specific rate that is cool for you. So if you like to make, say, 2 beats a day just for the love, but now you're in a situation where you might have to make, let's say, 10 beats a day.
That's a big difference.
It's gonna feel like a job to you. Now, I don't know if Tim has ever been through this. I have no idea. Maybe one day I could ask him. But for the most part, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say probably.
I feel like it's important to have people around you. Because it's been, bro, shoot, even as of recently, the only reason I've made beats a couple of these times is because Diego was like, yo, bro, like, what we doing? Yeah. You know what I mean? He been on like, yo, we need to cook up, we need to make something. And I'm like, all right, cool. I can't let my dog down. Right. And then I end up getting back in the zone. But sometimes you need that push, that, like that coach kind of.
Yeah. Tristan made some slaps too.
Oh, man.
He came here and played some slaps just now.
Yo, yesterday I was in the zone. I said, I'm going to make 1 or 2 beats. I made about 10. Yeah. I was feeling it yesterday.
Them things was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I was in the zone. Auto zone.
You're going to make me say the same thing I say every week. You know what? This weekend, I think I might really get into the beats.
I'm going to call you tomorrow and be like, yo, bro.
I'll be like, not now, bro. Typing something.
Shout out to Oracle making some entrepreneur moves, too.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to go for the gusto in 2020. Yeah, it's some good things on the horizon.
Let's see. Yes, distract yourself as much as you can. J Smooth says, I'm in the A. Shout out to Atlantic.
J Smooth?
J Smooth 007.
I think it might be my... Oh, yeah, this homie from Jersey. That's what's up. All right, cool. You know who would love to meet him? Rich.
Oh,
Rich is from Jersey. Yeah. By the way, I went to a 70s party with Rich on Saturday night.
Oh, how was that?
It was... The party was pretty dope. Me and Rich both hate clubs. But it was a big party. It was a lot of us. But yeah, me and him sitting there. I had on a banging afro, by the way.
I did it. You did the afro? I asked him. I was like, you gonna do the afro? He's like, nah.
I did it, bro.
You pulled out the afro.
I pulled it. I looked like I was about to play the guitar for Ohio Place.
Did you have a pick with the fist on it?
I sure did. Yes, I did.
Oh, you was prepared.
Went to the beauty supply.
That man was prepared.
Found the pick, bro.
It doubles as a weapon?
Yeah. But yeah, so it was dope. Everybody had a good time. Me and Rich sitting in the section looking at each other talking about I hate clubs. He's like, yeah, I hate clubs too. But I've been to parties at his house and he ain't even danced at his own party. So I didn't figure he's going to be out there cutting too much of a rug. Tell
me, bro, when they invent time travel and they get it down, I'm going to make a show on Vice where I travel and go to all the historic parties. So I'm going to go to the 70s, you know what I mean? I'm going to hit the discos.
You go to Woodstock?
Man, I'm going to be lit, bro.
Yeah, you are.
Well, certain ones I can't go.
Don't take the brown acid.
Yeah, no, I'm cool. And I feel like some of them, like early Woodstocks, me being there probably won't be the best situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know.
Peace and love.
Yeah. Unless they come with the camouflage. Anyway, Trizza, what is a DSP? It is a digital service provider, like Spotify, iTunes.
Yes, indeed.
All that good jazz.
Yep. All right, yeah. Distract yourself. So, I had a good question while you flip through the comments. What are some things that producers can do to broaden their style of beats?
Oh, that's dope.
There's a few schools of thought on this. Number one, collaborating with people.
Super facts.
Like, you collaborate with somebody, and if you're fortunate enough, you can collaborate with somebody that has a different style from you or just a different take on the same type of music that you all are making. That is a surefire way to get out of the box of what you would typically make for yourself.
And I had made a video about, like, because somebody was talking about sample packs of cheating. And I'm just like, bro, like, if you want to get outside of your comfort zone, that's one of the easiest ways. Because, like, for example, I don't have country guitar. Like, that's not my mindset. Right. For me to play a country guitar accurately, I would have to study, do all that. But then I could get a loop, just country guitar, and then I could make something in that way easier. So I feel like doing stuff like that, it kind of pushes you. It's basically like collabing with somebody else, but
definitely,
it pushes you to think differently. Like, oh, okay, this is the key they use.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? Or this is the tempo. Like, I didn't think about this. This is how I'm going to apply the bounce to that. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. Also, you can listen to different genres of music. The things that you consume on a daily basis do affect you. Everything from food to entertainment to the music that you listen to. And it'll open up something in your mind, perhaps, to where you start to think differently. And I always got to give a techie gem. Mostly for my Ableton users. There's a Max for Live device, as I always say. It's called, I'm going to get these names right one day. I think it's called Session Randomizer or something. It can suggest a key. It can change the tempo. It can even change the time signature. You probably don't want to mess with that too much. And it will even generate a song name for you.
Oh, that's fire.
So that way you get in there. I actually have it in my template. And you can just fire it up and you're like, 68 BPM, such and such. And there's also a genre one that will take like two genres and put them together to make like a sub-genre name.
Country dancehall.
Right. And then you're like, all right, I guess I'm getting my 6/8 country dancehall, 64 BPM in the key of D on. But it does give you a general guideline to kind of shake things up. Because I don't know about you, but every time I start my template, it's on a default BPM, and if you're not careful, especially in Ableton, you may just every time start to produce at that BPM, and the next thing you know, you got like 1365 BPM beats.
As soon as I get on there, I just close my eyes and that's how I pick a tempo.
I have a BPM randomizer.
Smart.
Not only is it a randomizer, you can set a range, but then I also have one that has 10 or 15 favorite BPMs, and it'll just pick amongst those. And those are actually based on hit songs.
That's fire.
Yep.
You know, it's crazy. I got a homeboy. This is super random. My homeboy does data science, right? And I was trying to like, cause you know I don't know much about data science, so I'm explaining. He's like, yo, we take numbers, variables, and try to find like patterns. And I was like, I wonder has anybody ever just listened to every top song, figured out what key it is, what's the tempos, like for years and back, because I'm sure it's a common thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have done such a thing, sir.
You would be the one.
Yes, I have. What in my research, the one thing I do remember is the most common tempo of hit songs throughout time, 80 BPM.
I was gonna say 75, but that makes sense.
80 BPM. I want to say the key was G.
G major.
I don't know if it was major or minor. I barely remember if it was G, but I think it was G that was the most common one, and then you know, it was different ranges throughout there. I did that research sometime last year, and that's what my randomizers and my tempo things are based off of, and the key choices.
It's weird too, because DJing wise, once you get to 80 BPM, it starts getting kind of sketch with that mix.
Yeah,
which is weird because there's a lot of songs in there, but once you start getting to like 80 to like 85, them hit records is a little sketchy. Really? But it's a lot. I think it's more for pop and stuff too, because pop got a lot of big records in that range. But trap and stuff, it's a little.
Yeah, it's different.
Little sketchy sketch. Let's see. Hold on. So a question that I didn't get to. Where's the link to find the equipment you use? I can't find it.
I'll have to repost that in my stories if you're talking to me. Oh, by the way, the joint that we used, I thought was down.
It's still.
Yeah, it's still good.
It's the URL.
Yeah. So I'll post in my stories after the show.
Yeah, and if you go to theproducerkit.com and you click start here, if you go in there, it's a bunch of like, you know, the placements, a bunch of other stuff, but in there it's the list of all of the equipment. From YouTube, the podcast stuff is in there. Okay, we got it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got our podcast set up, lights,
everything,
cameras, action,
lights, camera. Let's see. Do you think MPC drums are relevant in 2020?
I think we're both thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
What are MPC drums? MPC is just a way for you to sequence drums that you already have. There no such thing as MPC drums, unless I'm understanding your question.
But I feel like MPCs are like they're like a classic Chevy. They ain't never really going out of style. They're always gonna be around. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's gonna be new Chevys around, but it's gonna be a staple. You know what I mean? Like a rock. You know what I mean? Like a car, strong as you can be. Yeah. Let's see. Considering drum packs online.
Oh, making them
or buying some.
If you're considering making drum packs online, please make sure that you are putting some originality out there and not just repackaging. Once again, man, salute to people that add to the culture and not take from the culture or repackage the culture, because you keep repackaging, man. It's always gonna be clones of the same thing, man. That is sound incest. Am I off here? Am I off?
That's my cousin. That's my cousin /
Man, y'all look so much alike.
My uncle / daddy. That's crazy.
we had another good question. Do you think that it's good for producers to take a step back from music, especially if they're not getting the results that they desire? And if that's not a good thing to do, what is a better way to do it? Personally, I think it's a great idea to take a step back from music periodically, whether it's scheduled or whether you're just feeling burnt out, because everybody gets that feeling of being burnt out. Spam the hearts if you ever felt burnt out when creating music. But I think that's a great time to, you know, step back, maybe get into other things, get the things that make you feel good, that don't have a pressure or a time deadline to them, and then go back and revisit music. And even further than like stepping back from music, like say for some days or for a week or something, even a short-term plan, if you're stuck on a beat or you're stuck on something that you're doing right now, a lot of times a good night's sleep and you wake up and you come back to the same thing, like whatever you were stuck on becomes clear as day.
Exactly.
So I think it's a great idea if you're not getting the results that you want.
Yeah, and I've definitely done it quite a bit of times. Shoot, I just came off a little break. I just came back.
You just got home?
I just got back.
Welcome home, bro.
I feel like all of last year I was kind of like hit or miss with making music.
Yeah.
But I needed that. I had a lot of stuff going on, you know what I mean? Family stuff, trying to get that organized, business stuff, trying to get that organized. And so, you know, me coming back now is like, I really love this. You know what I mean? I really love making music, so I'm going to do it regardless. You know, so it makes me appreciate it way more looking back at it now rather than I'm just in the mix. Because for years, bro, you remember, I was in the studio every day, bro.
That's a fact.
I get to the studio at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, leave probably 12 at night, probably 6 days a week, and then I'm in a club after that.
Facts.
I was going crazy.
And DJing in between.
And DJing. So I was going crazy. So I needed that little slow down, you know, break period.
Yeah.
Now I'm back.
He's back, ladies and gentlemen.
To crush all you with the beats. No. Hey, Oracle, Sup Trizza, all love. I'm behind the times. Is there another unquantized producer power summit planned? I want to be there.
Is there, Young Trizza?
There is, Umami. What are you getting? Going full infomercial.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we talked about it at the top of the show. The next Producer Power Summit will be April 18th. It will be at Doppler Studios again because they were great hosts and the spot is just the perfect place for it.
Shout out to Streamcut.
Facts. It'll be April 18th. Tickets will go on sale this coming week. Umami, you already know. You already get the emails and all that type of stuff. So it's going down. It's April 18th.
Let's see. Thanks for the response, y'all. If I want to use a song with a feature for sync licensing, how do I split the revenue with the artist, or should you only split streaming revenue with them? Well, it's a company called ASCAP, BMI, or CSAC, right? So once you do your splits, you register those songs, and that's their job, is to manage those splits. How do they make money? Because do they take anything off of yours? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
That's a good question that I need to look up.
Maybe a good blog post, perhaps.
That is true. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, and I'm sure like when you sign up for like TuneCore or DistroKid, that it's a revenue split on that end that you got to take care of too. But for the most part, splits are going to be handled by some kind of, a PRO?
Yes, Performer Rights Organization.
Yeah, there you go.
Definitely. We had another interesting question. And this is one that we kind of get a lot, and it's kind of a fun one to answer. What are some ways that producers can improve their workflow? I'm already going to go in.
That's Oracle's bag.
Oh, man, let's get it.
I'm gonna let the master.
Templates. Number one, whatever DAW you are using, create a template. You're always, most of the time you're going to start a beat or your session. You have these tracks and these plugins that you add and certain effects and certain settings that you may find yourself doing every single time repetitively over and over again. Even if those things take a few seconds, think about how those seconds add up over a long span of time, because you've been producing for a long time and you're going to be producing for a lot more time. So you could save yourself days, weeks, or months of your life just by setting up templates. And the fun thing about templates too is you learn your style, and as things come about, new technology, new ways of doing things, you get to refine your template and make it better. So you start at a better point every single time. The second tip I would have is organize your DAW browser.
Oh yeah.
Pick your favorites. Everybody has a million sounds at this point, which is cool, but that don't really mean nothing. It's about quality over quantity. So, you get a pack or whatever. You could tag or label things. Once again, for my Ableton users, they have the collections. You could right-click on anything in your browser, add it to a specific collection. I think you get like 7 different collections. You could also make your own folders in places, but make a favorites folder. Make a favorites for your favorite hi-hats, your favorite kicks, loops, whatever. Break them down as much as you like. Don't make it too complicated. I'm gonna give 2 more tips because I can talk about this all day.
You got it.
You could also, here's a good tip: name things for yourself in the future. Don't
smart.
intricately name things because you're clever and it sounds like a cool name, because when you're looking for it in the future, you might not remember what it is. So just name things general, or at least name it what you want and then dash or parentheses something general that you could quickly type and search for and actually find that thing. I label things chronologically, and I also use a method that I just spoke about. I think I'm just gonna let it go for there because that
was a good one.
I can just keep going.
Because even with DJing, like my brother is like really famous for it. Like if I get a record from him, it would be like Rich Homie Quan Flex, aka ooh 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 ooh, aka, and like anytime you ever you'd be like, oh, what's that song? And it goes sun 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 sun. He'll put all of that in the title.
Yes, sir.
So it's like if you ever stuck in the middle of DJing, it's like, all right, cool, type this in, boom. So taking that same approach of making beats, it's like, oh, this is the loop with the flute. It makes me think of this. Makes me think of this.
Oh yeah,
it's a good way.
I believe you get 256 characters for a name, or 128. Hey man, I got characters to burn, baby. R&B / soulish. Yeah, I'm going there.
Let's see. As an upcoming producer, should you shoot for placements right away, or lease beats through an online store?
Oh, this is kind of your bag right here. This is a popular trend topic.
I'd say you got to understand what both of them are. I feel like leasing beats, if you're trying to make money quicker, it's going to be a easier route to get to. Not saying it's easy. It's an easier route to make money leasing beats online. Placements is a relationship thing. It's a lot of networking, politics. So the reward is higher, but the barrier to entry is much harder. Good point. And it's a slower business. Like, music industry is hurry up and wait. Like, hurry up, send me these files. We're going to record this. Hurry up and do this. And then you waiting for a check.
That's a fact. On one of the calls I had this week, I was talking about that. About how, and we even said it on the show, about how you can make a beat 2 years ago, you get the placement 2 years later, and then you gotta wait for the album to come out, and then even after that, you got 9 months or something, maybe, until you might see a check for it. So that's 3 years. From the time you made the beat to the time you might have received any type of money from it. That's 3 years, and that's going the placement route. And like you said, that's based off of relationships, and relationships take time to grow. It takes time to build trust. It takes time to be known as the go-to guy or girl to even hit for these types of things. Whereas selling beats online, you can get there faster. But make no mistake, both of them are a grind. Both of them take very astute business sense to be successful at it. So I wouldn't say one is like an easy route and the other is they both can be very difficult, but the placement one, that takes a little bit more of that charisma aspect and building relationships.
It's more like in-person sales, and then selling beats online is more like, to me, like drop shipping. But the issue with drop shipping is a lot of competition. It's a lot of selling beats online. It's a lot of people who just sit at home and they making beats all day, and they got time. You know what I mean? There's kids out here got time to upload to YouTube every day. They got time to post everywhere. They spamming. Man. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta. It's a networking sense to that too. It's not even like just saying like you could throw beats up online. None of this is like you just throw it up and it works. It's like a grind required for all of it. So I would say, man, try out selling beats online, especially to get feedback. I started off selling beats online. Like I mean, it's telling my age, but I was on SoundClick. You know what I mean? I had the #1 slot for a while. You know what I mean? I was the top shotter. You know what I mean?
Top shotter.
I was making really good money in high school, selling beats on there.
Yeah, you was the man.
Oh, man. Me, just being man on DJ, our parents thought we was up to something. They was like, where y'all getting this money from?
It's the music, mama.
And that was when the lease prices was a little bit higher. This is when selling beats online was like a weird, unthought of thing. Yeah. But it was great. But I got a lot of feedback for my beats. Like, I started understanding what worked and what didn't. Yeah. And then when I moved to Atlanta, that's when I started doing more of the placement stuff. And being in the studios and kind of getting away from the online thing. So it's, it's pros and cons of both. I'd say try them both, but
Yeah.
start somewhere.
Go on.
Let's see. It splits on DistroKid. Bad. I thought so. So yeah, if you're on DistroKid, they got the splits on there. What up, guys? What should producers have set up on the business side of things? LLC, accounting, etc.
Oh, what should you have set up on the business side of things? Having a business would be good. You know what I mean? I always encourage anybody, if you're really going to take something seriously and turn it into a business, you should go through all the necessary steps to make it a legit business. It doesn't require that much money. The steps to do it aren't that hard, like registering with the state and all those types of things. It's not that difficult. I think you should definitely have that in mind. Accounting, you should definitely have your accounting together, even if you're doing it yourself, just using some spreadsheets. First of all, you're going to want to do some P&L sheets, P&L, profit and loss sheets. You got to know where you are in the game. You got to know how much you're making. You got to know how much you're spending.
Super vague.
So I would advise having accounting. Things like a manager and a lawyer, those come about when you kind of have things to manage or
lawyer.
To lawyer. I ain't got nothing to lawyer right now. Those types of things come along later. But when it comes to setting up your business, I always believe dress for the job you want, not the job you have. So you may not be making a lot of money. You may not be spending a lot of money on overhead. But at least now is the great time to get in the practice of learning how these things work, how to balance a profit and loss sheet, things like that. So when you do have a lot of business going on, which hopefully you will have, you'll already be in the game. And most importantly, once you start growing your empire and developing your team, you could school or help guide the person that is eventually going to take over things like accounting and all that for you.
Facts. Are y'all playing artist music for review?
There it is again.
I've thought about doing this. I actually have the concept set up. I just haven't executed, to be honest, because we're doing this live show. We're doing all this. And at the live show, we do reviews. And what's dope about the live show is we'll have like 9-time winner Grammy winner Brian Michael Cox. We have big producers that you could kind of sit down with and they're going to give you feedback right there. You could build with them. You could talk with them. Yep. So that's how we've done it so far. Haven't done it on an online thing, but I've thought about it. If it's something that people would want, I would figure it out.
I think people want it. I mean, it comes up on the show a decent amount of times. Yeah, so I think it's in demand.
Let me know, man. Let me know. Put it in the chat if we should figure that out.
Yeah. Speaking of a live event, here's a suggestion. The people that we noticed doing the best, not only at our live event last time, but also the other ones that we went to, are people that had their beats mixed.
Oh, that's facts.
If you have the time and you have a little bit of money to spare, I would suggest getting your beats mixed. If you don't have the money, at least trying to mix them to the best of your ability, because what happens is you come into these venues and it's not your speakers, it's not your whatever. So what you want is a mix that's going to sound good on a broad spectrum of different listening devices, and that's something that an engineer can provide for you better than you can provide for yourself if you're a novice at mixing.
That's right.
Which I've been complimented on my mixes, but I consider myself a novice at mixing. So when it's time to get anything mixed, I'm hitting realistic about it. Like,
exactly.
Once again, working with people that are better at something than you are. Even if you're good at something, if someone's great at it, man, come on, work with them. Get in there.
Man, because we go to them, I forgot where was that. And we was in New York, and we were in a club, and people are not used to hearing, because the club is different. The speakers are in mono for one, right? That's why we always say check your mixes in mono.
Gotcha.
Most people don't understand when you're in a club, them speakers are in mono, right? So it sounds a little different because the speakers aren't set up directionally correct. They're just trying to blast it to everybody in there, and you would hear like somebody's kick is like OD. Most of the time their kick was OD loud and their music was way low. Yep. And I would have it cranked all the way up and couldn't give it no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it wasn't loud enough. It wasn't balanced. And if everybody's like, oh man, like what happened? It's because your mixes weren't correct and you're only used to your speakers at home.
Yeah.
Man, if anything, do the car test, do the iPod test.
Woo. Man,
I was in the car bumping my joints. Like, oh, let me turn that down a little bit. Let me tweak this a little bit.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Fiction Line says if you set up a green screen behind you on these shows, you can make it look like you're in outer space.
We talked about that yesterday.
Yeah, I my basement is a green screen.
Yeah.
I have a wall that's a green screen. I got to start using it more. I used it yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'm getting.
Can we set up a green thing?
You know they make them. You put them on the chairs.
That's right. You did say that.
Yeah. So just
Can we get just like a big jump?
you just get maybe 2 joints and they'll block us out.
Dope.
Yeah, we might have to look into that. Let's see. No, it doesn't have anything to do with producers, bro. Just about the relationship between practice and being talented.
Not gonna lie, I wish I knew what that was referring to. Sounds like he's making a poignant point.
Sounds eloquent.
Very much so.
Does anyone know where I could find a good source of exotic animal cries / roars, but with dope sound oracle sounding effects?
Who? I know that had to be Zulu Child. I'm not even looking. I know that's who asked for that.
Where else are you gonna get sound oracle type effects from? Other than sound oracle.
Once I heard animal cries, I'm like, that's Zulu Child right there.
You gonna get you try to look for some bootleg oracle, you gonna get the wrong one. You remember that?
Yeah, man, come on, bro.
Yo, this dude tried to swipe oracle whole life, bro.
Man, yeah, he tried to swipe the name, the studio setup,
The same equipment, swipe the name,
everything. However,
them beats was. He ain't swiped them beats though.
Nah, I found another one out there on the sound design too. That's trying to do. No, you will quickly see. Oh no, this ain't what I came for.
You ever hear somebody and their one is a different one, but in a bad way?
That
Like
was
me and you
Homeboy.
got different ones. Like
Right.
like you'll hear a loop and I'll hear it in a different spot. Like, oh, this is where it should loop. And you be like, no, I hear it here.
Right.
His
That's
one-
always fun.
Yeah, that's fun. His one was like, what's wrong?
Bro, it wasn't no one. Them joints started on the 2 and.
The Tuiana. Oh man. See, being in the studio locked with chips and Powerade for 72 hours kills me all the time. You gotta have that. You gotta have a Powerade though. Keep them electrolytes.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Or Young Coffee.
Man,
Yo, it's not an ad, but I've been doing this Starbucks caramel coffee.
bro, I did not drink coffee until I had a kid.
Damn, you really just just started drinking coffee?
Until I had a kid, I did not drink coffee. Now, call me Young Keurig. That's my new rap name, Young Keurig.
Young Keurig.
Hey, bro.
Can I be DJ K-Cups? K-Cups on the ones and twos?
Hey.
The mixes and the brews? I got you.
Have any advice for a beat competition? You gotta have a mean, like,
Spaghetti.
beat battles. I always feel like I'm shitting on beat battles.
You are.
I just in my where I'm at in my life, I just don't see much value for beat battles. And I think if more people thought about, I just don't really care. I mean, I care. I don't want to say that, but in a way, I care about other producers' opinion. But I care more about the artists and songwriters' opinions of my beats.
Got
And
it.
I feel like beats that are really working beat battles don't work as well for that area.
Yeah.
So I never really did beat battles because it's like it doesn't really translate. Now, it's a couple people that I can name who did really well. Cardiac,
Killed it.
Paperboy Fave. They're excellent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they translated well from beat battles to... But a lot of these people, there's a lot of theatrics, a lot of glitch too going on.
That's a fact. When it comes to beat battles, I guess I still do judge beat battles on a semi-regular basis. I like beat battles in the fact that they are like and one, whereas the industry is more like the NBA. The NBA is what's more important, quote unquote. Beat battles are a great way just to see somebody like really flexing out, and you get to do a lot of things that you can't do or shouldn't do on a record. You get to OD. You know there's not going to be any vocals on this beat. So really, you're just providing a ton of entertainment, and it's a good time to pull out some magic tricks.
It's good networking though. I will say that.
Oh, it's great. It's great network. It'll get your name out there too.
And if you gotta have a good beat, I'm telling you, beat battles is a lot of showmanship.
Yes.
So if you're not like nodding and like dancing to your
What
own
was the move
stuff,
again?
you gotta do all of
Damn,
that.
he's killing it right there.
Oh, they about to kick us off. So, yeah, if we didn't get to your question, please ask it again. Of course, Instagram always kicks us off.
Yes, sir. YouTube, we are here for your entertainment pleasure the entire 2 hours straight.
And I don't want people thinking I just hate beat battles. It just, and I've judged quite a few.
Yes.
It just, for me being a producer coming up, I just didn't, it wasn't important for me of like, oh, I'm going to make beats for that, you know?
Gotcha.
I was more caring about, I want to get the songwriter to write a song to my joint, and I'm going to keep it open. And beat battles, it's like,
nah.
That just a show.
All that.
Yeah, but I guess too, it depends on what kind of music you make too.
That's true. Let me see. We got some more questions. Let's see.
And scene. Oh,
Wow.
Sorry, YouTube.
I wish Instagram would fix that, bro.
Kicking us off early. Damn, I definitely just jumped into somebody else's live real fast. What's good? If you're watching this on Instagram, you are now tuned into the second half of Unquantized Podcast. And before we get into the second half, just want to let you all know the Producer Power Summit live event is coming back again this year. April 18th, we'll be having it at Doppler Studios right here in Atlanta. Tickets will go on sale this coming week. We hope to see some people there for the first time, and to all the people that came out last year, we hope to see you again because it was great meeting you. And this year we could just really kick it.
I was about to start rapping like No Limit. See there, be there.
Mama there.
Oh, mommy there.
That's a
Jill
fact.
there.
That is a fact.
Is that young Patrick?
Patrick from
Oh no, Patrick. He's a guitar player. He's fired though.
oh yeah.
Fire
Patrick. I know Fire Patrick.
He produces too, but I know him from the young guitar.
Dope. Fire. Shout out to him. We got some stuff in the comments already.
Ooh, okay. What were we talking about? Young 88 Trip was popping, bro. Let's see. We got Fictionalized back in here. We got Young Realistic the God.
Yeah, he's in. Oh man, hold on. Oh, what?
Hey,
Oh,
Realistic needs Realistic need milk.
He needs some milk.
Man, Oracle said you need some milk, cuz.
He needs some milk.
This is funny. Yo, Oracle, I thought you had tattoos up to your neck. The text was faded on your neck.
No tattoos, bro. I am.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm still fresh off the showroom, man. I said if I get a tattoo, my tattoo would say, "What tattoo should I get?"
It's very ironic that he asked that question.
It is. It's super ironic, actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, I have 0 tattoos. What tattoo should I get?
Oh, and I'm deep in the tattoo game. And
Oh yeah,
I'm
now,
about to.
Now you talk about Trish gotta get another neck. Just get more neck tattoos.
Bro, my first tattoo was a neck tattoo. That's how deep in the game I went. I went straight for the gusto.
You wasn't playing.
Yeah.
You
Now, I
wasn't
mean,
playing.
not that I regret it, but you know, you live, you learn.
Yeah.
But hey, the more checks I get, the more tattoos I'm gonna get. I'm just not gonna do the face.
No face tats?
No face.
No.
I would do the scalp.
No teardrop? For real?
I would do the scalp.
And then let hair grow over it?
I just think it's pretty cool when I get like the lineup and you see it. You go, oh, that's hard. You know what I mean?
So you wouldn't get like...
No, I ain't gonna Birdman. I would get the back. The back. You know what I'm saying?
And if, when I fade...
Yeah, when the light hit the ice, it twinkle and glisten.
Producer... Producerkid.com.
No.
Twinkle and glisten.
I'm actually trying to get a tattoo pretty soon though. I'm gonna start getting something on my leg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reason tattoo?
No.
Okay. Just
I think I'm gonna get the like infinity, like the 8 kind of joint for many reasons. You know, I was born in '88. You know what I'm saying? My birthday is.
Perfect.
It could be a Kobe reference.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
It's a lot of meanings to it that I could kind of throw together. So I thought that would be appropriate. I try to think about my tattoos now and make sure they mean a lot.
As opposed to when you first started getting them?
Well, all my tattoos are music notes.
Oh, dope.
Everything I have is music notes.
Okay.
The one on my neck is music. On my arms, my sleeve, well, half sleeve.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
That.
But I'm about to go crazy. I'm about to knuckles
Oh,
down.
you going there with
Oh
it?
yeah, I'm going.
Whoa.
Don't do it, Triz. It's too late.
Oh, my man about to...
It's too late. You can't.
Love.
You can't convince me otherwise.
Man.
I'm about to be out here, Triz Khalifa.
Damn.
Triz Khalifa.
With the KK.
I don't know if you're familiar, but how do you get into session work business as far as being a musician programmer? Could that be a way in?
A musician,
Like a session for hire?
Yeah. Are you putting it out there that that's what you do?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're kind of in the right place, and the more that you put it out there, like, yo, this is what I do if anybody needs this service. And then, of course, when they go check you out, wherever you direct them to, if you have some examples of you doing that or what your skill set is, I think that's a good way to get into it.
And people always need musicians. You know what I mean?
I do.
It's certain stuff that, like, I'm not going to be able to replay the same. I'd much rather have somebody that's a better drummer or a guitarist. Like, bro, I be looking for stuff to put Ab Brow on. I'm like, I need to make more music just so I can call Ab Brow.
That's a fact. You need to get your R&B on.
Right.
Kill him.
Bro, I want to make like some of that like funk kind of R&B joint.
Yeah, he would kill that.
Oh, he would kill it.
Some dance funk too?
Every time I see his Instagram videos, I be like, I need to make something so he can play the guitar on it.
Facts.
See, Patrick said I'm playing the guitar and listening there, multitasking. Shout out to Pat, man.
There you go, man. Getting in
Super
there.
fire, super cool dude, man. Young Cap son, what up, man?
Cap! What up, bro?
Quintino said somebody gonna get the genuine curl tattoo. Oh god,
damn! Not the pony tat.
Yo, we should have a contest. Whoever gets a unquantized tattoo,
ooh, you win
free sample packs for life.
That'll work. If you get an unquantized tattoo, damn it, you deserve all the free sample packs ever. That's devotion. I like that.
If you get it on your forehead, free collabs for life.
I'm with it.
Yeah, you dedicated.
I'm with it.
Note to people, don't get no tattoo on your forehead.
No.
Because somebody would do it. Like, oh, you say collab.
Oh, need that collab, bro. Need that look. We had a good question. What are some strategies? Hold on, wait. Let me make sure I get this right. Oh, got you. What are some strategies producers can use to build a bigger following? As going back to the previous answer that I just gave, putting out there on a consistent basis the thing that you're good at, or the thing that you feel that you are good at, or the things that people have told you on multiple occasions, like, man, when you do such and such, that joint is it. Just take those strengths and those things that people like and constantly show your strengths. Let people know what you're about. Like, you watch this show, we give our opinion and we tell what we're about. We actually tell everything on this show. Yeah. But above all, be as dope as you can at what you're doing and be consistent. Don't just like put out a couple things here and there and then think that that's gonna do it. I know for me, when I grew on Instagram, it was putting out stuff on a regular basis, and consistency, playing to your strengths are two of the biggest things. I think audience will start to develop around those things.
Right. I think the consistency is the biggest one.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see one of my biggest regrets early on in this whole internet game is Oracle was hella consistent and I stopped being consistent. I've been vlogging and do all this stuff early in the game. Right. 2005, 2006, I was vlogging and doing, but I stopped doing content because I think I was overthinking it. And when I slowed down with it, I didn't really get the traction. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you took it and ran with it. You was like, oh, I'm making content. I'm putting out consistently. And then me being back doing content and doing it consistently, I could see the big difference between putting out stuff multiple times a week, consistently, uploading to YouTube every week at least. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I could see the growth. So, and I think it kind of avalanches. You know, like, what is the
snowball?
Term? Snowball. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. But it keeps growing and growing. The more you're consistent with it, the more content. Because especially I think with music or like viral clips, it doesn't work like I'm gonna just do one and I'm gonna pop off. Like the Rust theory is, I'm gonna make all this music, and then by the time you figure out one, you're gonna be like, oh man, let me go back and listen to this dude. Right. And you got a catalog of stuff. Yeah. Same thing works with content. Is the more stuff you put out, and somebody's going to get attached to one piece of content, and then they're going to look at your other stuff and be like, dang, he got a whole catalog of shit that's fire.
And that's a good point, because when you get the eyes, it may take you a while to get the eyes on what you do, but you want to have enough stuff to show them. You know what I mean? So like you said, they can go back and be like, oh man, You've been dope
exactly
at this. Yeah, that worked for me. That's back when I was doing beat making videos.
Oh man,
that was my entry into the game. Beat making videos.
Man, that's crazy. We was going hand with them joints too,
bruh. Yeah,
I ain't made one in.
Nah, we ain't made a beat making video
since been trapping. Yeah,
4 or 3,
maybe 3.
Wow.
We gonna come back one day.
I'm not even gonna jump out there and say this weekend. This weekend, you know what I might do? No, I don't think so.
Smoking Aces says, "Triz, I got you on the base if you need it." All right, keep you in mind, my brother.
That's right. Smoking Aces is doing this thing on the bass now.
Okay.
I seen him playing a little spotty ode, double. He. I know he says he's in the learning phase, but he picks great songs to try to learn every time I see him.
Bass guitar is one of those instruments like it always makes you look cooler.
Oh. That's a fact.
Yeah, I just like everybody plays bass guitar. I just imagine them like smoking a cigarette at the same time and just like doing some little.
Yeah. You know what? At that 70s party, instead of the pick with the afro, I should have a bass guitar.
Yeah, you would have.
Oh, what a prop.
Blaxploitation film. Let's see. Have you ever felt depressed because you were not in the zone to create? How do you maintain your mental health? That's a good question.
Oh, wait, hold. Repeat that again. That was a very good question.
Let's see. Have you ever felt depressed because you were not in the zone to create? How do you maintain your mental health?
Ooh. To answer that question, yeah. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, over just the span I know that I've been doing it, I've been depressed about not being able to create a whole lot. I had to find other things to get into. One of the biggest saviors, and we may him and haw about it every now and again, but one of the biggest saviors for me from that was getting more into the business of what I was doing. It just was a different outlet. It was totally different, but if I could get into that, it took my mind off of creation, but the better I would get at it, it would also lend to what I was doing on the creation side to help grow the entire brand as a whole. So I would suggest having other passions or other things that you could get into that are very different.
Yeah, no, I agree. And then also, I feel like if people say they never get like stressed out and depressed about stuff, they're probably lying. I know, at least for myself, I can speak for myself. But I stress out about this stuff all the time. I get down about making music all the time. Shoot, as of recently, I've done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But part of it is I have expectations for myself. So I'm like trying to, if I'm not where I see myself in my head, then it's like, all right, cool, I'm doing something wrong. But a lot of times you gotta give yourself a break in a way.
Yeah.
Because when I started looking at all the stuff that I like, when the new decade came, and I was looking at all the stuff I accomplished, I'm like, man, like I haven't been focused on any of that. I just been focused on the stuff that I haven't got done. And that it kind of made me realize, like, all right, you've done a lot, bro. Like, you've accomplished a lot. You've gotten so far. Like, be thankful, be grateful for it. So that kind of helped me a lot of being just more grateful and being appreciative of what I got, having good people around me all the time. Like I got Oracle that gives me like advice and like helps me. Got Diego, I got people that I could call on and it's encouraging. So all of that stuff kind of plays a part into like, I feel like with mental health and just,
Yeah, a team.
Yeah.
A lot of this goes back to teams.
I feel like when you try to do it by yourself, it's very stressful. When you feel like you're in it by yourself, it's very like super depressing. But when you feel like, all right, I got other people who believe in what I got going on, I got a team, if I mess up, it's not the end of the world, then I feel like it definitely helps.
Yeah, that's true. You can cut down on depression by having other people simply by asking them questions. Half the time I call Trezor, the conversation starts with, I got a question for you. You know what I mean? It cuts down on a lot of decision fatigue. I'm big on decision fatigue. It could be something like, what do you think I could do to maybe get more and blah, 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 blah. Bouncing that idea off of somebody else is better than just sitting and mulling it over in your head a whole bunch,
Capson said, Reason logo on the forehead for Trez, Cloud 2020.
I'm trying to tell Cap. School him, Cap.
Y'all get me to 1 million followers on Instagram, I'll consider it.
Yo, you gotta lose a battle and that'd be like the thing. And you gotta sing Reasons by Earth, Wind & Fire with the tattoo on your head.
Reasons. Let's see. Oh, yo, my dog Ponzu. He said, "What up, bros? Checking in for the 99 2000. By the way, I'm depressed constantly. I feel as creatives, it's mandatory. We create things from thin air, and we never appreciate it until everyone appreciates us. That's super facts, bro. And shout out to Ponzu. Oh, bro, good dude. He's trying to set us up with a couple plays.
Oh man,
yeah. Good peoples, man. That's my dog.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Consistently show love to what you're about, and lose a profile full of people. Okay, yeah, I messed that one all up. I'm just gonna skip that one. Squad, from the squad is going to ATL for the event. Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, we definitely want to know.
Yeah, let us know.
Here's an interesting question. What is your take on producers that spend a minimum of 10 minutes to make a beat? I'm going to jump out there and say it depends on the beat. What does the beat sound like? If you have the ability to, within the span of 10 minutes, make a banger 98% of the time, then why would I be like, that's not right? It just depends on what you do in that 10 minutes.
And then, two, it's like one person, when you said like quick beats, like the 10-minute beats, is like, I think of Zaytoven. But Zaytoven's been making beats for like, So Icy came out in what, 2005, 2000, and he probably been making beats before that. He's got so many hours and like, you know what I mean, of just honing the craft. It of course it takes him 10 minutes because he's so well versed in making beats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it should be about the end product rather than I'm gonna make a beat in 10 minutes, because I do see that as a thing. Like, oh, I'm gonna make a beat in 10 minutes, but then the beat be trash.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So as long as the song's good, and then sometimes, you know, idea only takes 10 minutes. Sometimes they take 2 days.
Yeah. It depends on the person. And going back to our workflow topic that we were talking about at the top of the show, I believe being a bit formulaic in certain areas can also add to why you could do something great in 10 minutes. If you have templates laid out, if you've done something so many times that you know that there are 4 or 5 different ways to skin this, let me just blah, blah, blah real quick instead of sitting there figuring it out. Like, a lot of stuff comes with prep work, like how prepared you are in the beginning. If you have the sounds that you go to the most, or you have your things arranged in a way that is conducive to you making a 10-minute beat and making a banger every time, if you save stems from other things, label things with BPMs, keys, stuff like that, then that could greatly reduce the amount of time it takes you to make a beat. Not only that, I suggest taking things from beats that you made that you liked or that were really good beats, even MIDI, different loops from them, or even just analyzing the ideas about how you did certain things to make it sound dope, and then the next time you jump in there, going back and applying some of those formulas or some of those ideas, and then you develop muscle memory. So I do believe within 10 minutes you can make a dope beat. And not to stay on the topic too long, but I did see a YouTube video with 30 Rock.
Oh, fire.
Talking about the box.
Oh.
It was Genius Deconstructed. And what he was saying in there about how simple the beat was. And he said a lot of people was at him about how simple the beat was. And he was like, a lot of you are afraid to make simple music.
Because it sounds so empty.
Right. Yeah, but you see, once you get a good artist on there with some, or a good writer on there, that thing, it turned into a #1 hit.
I like 30 Rock. I like all his. Every time I hear something that he did, I'm like, man, he snapped on that drink.
He's fire.
Yeah, he's fire.
Yeah.
Let's see. Diego Ave says, reading the subtle art of not giving a.
Hey.
Curing my depression for like a year. That's a good book. If y'all haven't, was it Mark Manson?
Mark Manson.
Yeah. That's a really good book.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's a great book.
See, I feel like I go through phases or creativity, and then I'm stumped at times. I can't call it depression. Depression was my stroke, and since I have that perspective, I can never call it depression. And that's real.
That's life shit right there.
Young Mike Lowry, what's popping? Mike Lowry out here popping the streets. Young placement guy. I see you, Mike.
Facts. Speaking of things that we judged together, that sample flip contest.
Oh, yeah.
I like sample flip contests.
See, those are...
I like to judge more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. That was interesting.
Yeah, that was super dope.
And I feel like Mike was low key the winner.
I think Mike was,
because he actually did what he flipped the sample.
Yeah.
I mean, neither here nor there.
We had another dope question. So every producer wants to land placements with big artists. How important do you think it is to work with artists that aren't so big? Personally, I think it's very important. Number one, if you listen to the show, chances are you may be an up and coming producer. Mm-hmm. So that is more. You have access to artists that aren't as big as big name artists. You can still pursue big name artists in a reasonable way, but don't neglect the pool of untapped talent that you have at your disposal, and they're up and coming just like you. And I really like when a producer can get with the artist and make a sound. Like if you could get with an artist or a writer and do like a whole project, better chance that you could develop a sound. Both of y'all could kind of get out there, and there's a bigger pool of untapped artists and songwriters out there to choose from. When you think about the big name artists that you could target, that's a small pool.
Mm-hmm. And they already got their team.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. They got people that they're already going to. They got in-house people. They got people that the labels might be sending at them if they're with a label. Meanwhile, your man down the street that's fire, you overlooking him because you're chasing Drake. And y'all can really be the next Drake in 40. You know?
Yo, because we talk about this all the time. I had a dream that I was producing for this kid that I know. And he's saucy. I was like, I should maybe do something with.
Hey.
He's when I say he's dope, he's dope.
Fire like that.
Yeah, he checks all the boxes of like he gets the music industry. He got the swag.
Oh, you gotta work with him.
I might do a little 3-4 song, see how I do.
What you waiting for? You sit on the couch all day anyway.
What I'm waiting for is unquantized producer problems.
No, that's a fact. And also, we always talk about like look at Tim and Missy.
Oh yeah. Featuring Metro, featuring Zay, featuring
facts.
Pretty much all of the Atlanta artists come from like a little
Dre and M, Dre and NWA, Dre and 50 Cent,
Drake and 40,
Dre and everybody actually.
Yeah. I think it's definitely a dope way, and it's kind of I feel like if you're not getting placements, you could just put like someone was asking earlier, you could just like, all right, we're gonna put these records out. I mean, now because it's so easy to put music out now. It wasn't like before where you had to go through all this tape and you got to have a budget. And you got to literally, if you got $20, $10, you can go upload on Spotify, iTunes, and you could build something. From there, it just goes to your marketing and so it's like, yo, why not? Why not put some stuff out?
Right. And also when working with artists that aren't quite as known or just teaming up with somebody in your local community, I'll call it. You all have more control over the vision and how the music is going to sound and who the audience is. You just have total control over everything, which is very important. As a creative, having creative control is very important.
Thanks. Someone says DMX and Swiss, good example.
Very good example, actually.
The Baby and Jetson. Yo, Jetson's dope too.
Yes.
And that sound is like, I feel like Jetson like influenced. That's the sound of the year. I feel like is that those 808s and like that bounce.
Yep.
Like I feel like you're gonna hear a lot of that kind of style this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Young Chambers, the guy. What's popping, bro?
There he is.
Let's see. How do you maintain a healthy work and life balance, especially if you're always booked in the studio sessions and sound designing?
Man, honestly, planning. That calendar holds you down, man.
POP.
Yeah, we're big on calendars and scheduling and all of those productivity tools. But I believe having the ability to see what's ahead of you on a calendar, you could kind of pick like, all right, maybe I could, do something different right here. Now, granted, if you're working on something that's pressing and you got something that's constantly going on, you got to do what you got to do. But that which gets measured gets managed. So you have to measure how much time you're spending doing one thing, and most importantly, how much time you're not doing other things that may be important. The thing about work-life balance, and I forgot what book I read this in. The thing about work-life balance is it's kind of a myth. The way it works is everything is always out of balance. It's just a matter of how long a certain thing is out of balance while you're tending to something else. I like to use the analogy of juggling. If you think about it, no matter how many things the person is juggling, at any given point, only one thing is being controlled. Everything else is in the air.
That's right.
It's just a matter of how long they're in there. If they're in the air too long, they're going to fall.
Exactly.
So you got to get into a rhythm, just like with juggling, to make things appear to be balanced, when really things just aren't off balance for longer than they need to be.
I was going to say the spinny plate thing, but juggling sounds more elegant than the spinny plate thing.
What is the spinny plate? What is that called?
And that's what I'm saying. The spinny plate thing, right?
Yeah. I think that's the best way to put it.
And then something that's been big for me is, because, man, I have a kid now.
Mm-hmm.
I have other businesses. Still trying to produce, right? It sounds like a lot. And it's actually, I've had moments where I've been really good at it. And then I've had moments where I've super slacked. And when I slack on it, I feel it. Is once a week, I try to review everything in my to-do list. So if I didn't get it accomplished, it's like, okay, what's the priority? And I put a priority to everything. Mm-hmm. So, and I always try to do the most important stuff first and get it out the way.
Right.
So it's like when I look at my to-do list and it's like, all right, this is red. This is the most important. That's the main thing I'm trying to get. And everything that goes under that isn't as important. So that way, at least if I get 2 things done, they're super important things. You know what I mean? Yeah. Instead of I'm just kind of wandering through, like, when I don't do it, I'm just wandering, bro. I'm just like doing stuff and I'm just doing busy. Randomly. Yeah, I'm doing busy work, but it's not really important, you know?
Facts.
So I try to keep up with it. Sometimes I be slacking. You know what I mean?
That's a very good point you bring up. Having those things scheduled out and having priorities on them, you are never at a place of what should I be doing right now. You never have to ask yourself that, and also you won't burn out time just doing busy work because you're like, all right, let me look at this. All right, this is what I'm supposed to be doing right now, and it takes the guesswork out of it. And a good way to do it is just pick a day. Maybe the same day every week, and just plan out the things that you have to do. If you can, plan the days that you want to get these things done. And then on those days, when you find you have some time, because you're usually asking yourself, what should I be doing right now? Boom. It's right there. You don't even have to think about it. Decision fatigue, out the door, because you already planned for your future self a few days ago.
Sundays, I'd be sitting there watching basketball, got my calendar up, I got my to-do list, and I'm out here just planning, trying to figure out my week.
Yeah, it's always good to have like a day and a certain activity or time that's going on. Sundays is usually for me. I know Realistic does the same thing. It's usually Sundays during football. I don't know what we're going to do now. Football season's over. But it'll be Sundays during whatever used to be football time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The life balance can be rough, especially with a family and a 9-to-5. Got to take care of the fam first, though, and foremost. That's facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I used to be like, oh, people got kids, man, that's a breeze. Like, I had a kid, I'm like, oh, I get it. But, it makes you work harder, it makes you appreciate stuff, it makes you want to work hard to, get stuff for your kids and, take care. So, it's a give,
That's dope. Here's a question. Have you talked about the SP1200 emulation by Lohis? No, we have not. I've actually, I've been seeing it, though. Have you seen this?
I'm not gonna say I have. Okay. It's not really my steez.
Well, yeah. So SP1200 emulation software, apparently made by this guy Lohis. Shout out to him. I like how he's rolling this out. He has a lot of veteran producers showing them testing it out.
Also, it's one guy. It's not a company.
I have no clue.
That sounds like a fire company name.
Yeah,
bro, that's a fire name.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but company or single guy, way to go. From what these producers are saying, it sounds very accurate. From what I hear, just in the videos, it's very accurate. And also from what I understand, it's in beta. I would love to give it a test drive and check it out. But, I mean, dope, man. It's a super dope effort. I like seeing people just being creative and bringing different things to the table for different niche sub-audiences.
So this guy just made it because he wanted to make it. It's not the official company or anything. This dude just took it upon himself and was like, yo, that's fire.
The interface is pretty much the same as the SP12. It's called the ESP something, ESP1 or ESP something like that. But I've been seeing it around.
That's fire.
And yeah, it's pretty dope.
I'm impressed. It's like the people who used to make the ROM emulators.
Oh man, what you talking about? The video game ROM emulators? Ooh. What, man? The first time I was able to get all the Nintendo games on my computer.
Oh, dog. You know how many times I'd be playing Crash Bandicoot on the laptop? So you know what I'm saying?
What? And you back in the day, it seemed like games were so intricate, but then you like, oh, it's a ROM emulator. Every Nintendo game or every whatever game ever made, that's gonna be like not that big.
Oh yeah, super small.
Yeah.
You know, and this has nothing to do with music. Why hasn't Nintendo released all the Game Boy stuff, the old stuff, as an iPhone app? Or like, to me, it's the most simple thing, and they would make like Mario Kart.
Yeah,
I'm sure they made a killing off of that drink.
Had to.
Like, I want Pokemon Red. You know what I mean? Can I be Ash Ketchum for once? You know what I mean? On my iPhone.
I think you should get Nintendo on the phone.
They slipping.
Well, first
bro.
Jameson, and then we'll talk to Nintendo.
They slipping, bro. Beats Music said he'll be at Kato's event this Saturday in LA. Yo, make sure you check out my homies. They're called Rich from Everywhere, right?
Oh, they're gonna be there too.
They're there. When I say these are some smart guys,
whoa.
If I have questions about marketing stuff, and I feel like I'm pretty, between me and Oracle, I feel like we're pretty well versed. Mm-hmm. If I got questions, that's where I'm hitting up.
Yeah.
So yeah, talk to them, and they good peoples, man. Super, I've known them for years. Super cool people, super smart. So yeah, check them out.
Dope. We have another question. What are some essentials that producers should take with them when they travel? I think that's a pretty valid question.
Backup cords.
Very good. Definitely backup cords.
Back up your hard drive before you leave.
Yeah. I would suggest, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. The bare minimum, just a laptop. At least you could get the job done with that. I would say whatever you use in your studio, just try to get a travel size version of that type of thing. For instance, like I'm not taking this big Native Instruments keyboard with me, but I would take a LPK or MPK or something like that. So small keyboard. There are plenty of small like drum pad things you could take with you. You could take a Rolly or anything like that.
With a dab wrench.
But yeah, I mean, it's not a lot. That's the thing. The essentials that you should take with you as a producer should be minimum. Enough of what it takes to get the job done right.
Right.
Yeah.
This is an interesting question. By interesting, why do producers get paid less than artists? Now, I don't know about you. But most artists that I know wish they got paid what producers get paid.
That is a fact. That is a fact.
Most artists don't make that much money.
Have you seen the splits? I'm pretty sure you be on songs, and the artist, who's really the main attraction of the song,
gets the
least split.
Now, they make money off shows and stuff like that. Now, that...
Yeah.
But as in terms of, like, royalties and, like, what the song generates, no, producers
definitely come out on top.
Unless, some other deal stuff in there and... a lot of co-production and all that, but still, like, generally, producers, that's what made me want to be a producer more than an artist. I started realizing, like, wait, rappers don't make money like that?
That's a fact. Like, hold up, you gonna put the bars down?
Yeah.
Step away from this bar.
No more bar mellows, Anthony. I was cool. I was like, wait, I can sit at the computer and make more money.
Right.
And my car doesn't have to be rented. That's another lifestyle, man. These people be thinking these artists be really living these, like, bro, that's a lot of renting and a lot of flexing for the gram. Which ain't nothing, I mean,
Yeah. Let me ask you this. How important do you think it is for a producer to look the part when going to a studio and all that?
I think so. I think it's super important. I think some people would disagree, but I can tell you two people off top. You know one of them. That if you don't have on some fire shoes, some decent shoes and dress, he's not gonna take you serious.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
He's never gonna take you serious.
That's a fact.
And I feel like if you want to be a part of this culture, you got to kind of play the game a little bit.
Yeah.
So not saying you got to have gold. Like I don't wear jewelry. Like the only jewelry I got is an Apple Watch. Generation 1, you know what I mean?
Hey.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm keeping it super simple, but, you know, I got some J's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got, you know, a little streetwear, it's always presentable if I'm taking pictures or I'm going out, and it's like, okay, yeah, he gets it. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But I'm not the super flashy, over the top type, so you don't have to do that. But
yeah, I think you should probably look clean and presentable. I'm not one of those people that shout out to whoever just purchased that. I'm not one of those people that's flashy at all either. But some places I go, my reputation precedes me, so I don't have to kind of show up with that. But I've been in some situations where I show up just looking like me, and like you belong here. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey man, I gotta prove I do belong there.
Like you said earlier, you gotta dress for the job that you want, not the one you have. And I feel like if you want to be in the producer game, you kind of gotta. It's a uniform to come with it. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
It might require some J's, little Yeezys,
little bandana action.
Yeah. Right now it's the little earring people be wearing with the cross.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's like the
not the cross earring.
I feel like it was Ayo who said it. He was like, "Yo, people get a pub deal, and that's the first thing they buy." I was so weak, bro.
The Jesus earrings.
The Jesus earrings.
I wanted to get your take on that though. I thought that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
I mean, I definitely think so. And I remember when Zaytoven said it, it was like a big deal. Of like people like, no,
it was a polarizing topic,
which I thought was crazy.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, I thought it was crazy. It's like, it's like, can you go work being a real estate agent and you got like bummy like dress clothes? Like, no, bro. Like they gonna look at you like, I don't want to buy shit from you. Like, you trying to sell me a house and you look like you ain't got a house. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. We had another good question here. All right. What are some tips for producers who want to venture into making tutorials? Well, I would say at bare minimum, know what you're talking about. Yeah. People can kind of detect the difference between knowing something and regurgitating something that you've heard. I would also say be thorough in your tutorials and also make sure your presentation is up to par. You may not have a lot of money to do anything super fancy, but I mean, make sure your camera lens is clean. You got good angles. If you can, have some annotations there. Also, what's not really talked about, aside from the actual video itself, is in your YouTube description. Make sure the proper links are there to direct people to other tutorials that you may have coming up. Make sure your descriptions are on point. Your SEO is good. But aside from all that, man, I think you should really know the topic that you're talking about.
I feel like tutorials is one of the things that people kind of like underestimate. That's why it's like people like Busy or Lario, like I appreciate because that shit's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
And you got to be you got to understand structure and organization and be a good teacher to do it. And my issue is not with people doing tutorials. It's my issue is with people who do tutorials and they just literally copying somebody else's tutorial. Because it's like, it's SEO friendly, but it's like people can tell the disingenuousness of it. You know what I mean? People could tell it's like, yo, you don't really know what you're talking about. It's like you're just saying stuff.
Right. You heard that.
Yeah, and that's the part where it gets weird. Is like if you don't have, at least have some. I don't want to say you got to be like this profound producer and do all this, but understand what's going on and talk. You know, like when we talk, we're talking from experience because we've been through a lot of this stuff. Yeah. So it's not like we just like saying shit because I seen it on YouTube. You know what I mean? So don't be that guy. So long as you do that, you're genuine, you're really trying to help people, I think you'll do well.
Yeah, you definitely have to add value. And if you're doing tutorials that you've seen other people do, try to find a way to just go that extra mile and maybe add just a bit more value than the other ones, or touch on a part of whatever the tutorial is about that the other people did not do. And that'll help you stand out.
And I think too, when you have questions about stuff, like I was looking at yesterday, I looked at a Lario tutorial and a Busy tutorial because I'm still new on Fruity Loops. So it's like a couple little things. Like I know Lario had just did a joint about how do you tell if the 808's in key in Fruity Loops. Ableton is super easy. I know how to do it. FL, I had no idea how to. Because you know you get an 808 and sometimes you drag it over and you don't know if it's in C or G or whatever. So I looked at his joint, and it's because he's consistent.
Yep.
I know his brand, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh, I know exactly where to go to find this answer.
Yeah.
So I think once you keep up with the consistency and you answer problems that you would have yourself.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Then I think you in there. You super in there.
True. Also, aesthetically, wherever you're hosting your tutorials should look uniform or at least somewhat consistent. So, it's where you get down into the minute details of having a consistent font or having a consistent template layout for your cover photos, or even having a consistent format in which you present your tutorials.
You said fonts. You talking my language.
I already know. I seen you over there.
I get excited over fonts, bro. I'm like, I nerd out over fonts. You like that
font,
font?
Leroy.
That's my graphic designer name. Let's see. Oh, does a producer need a good sounding room, or should we just get to know studio engineers?
Now, that's something I talk about a lot. If you are a producer and you are not trying to mix something, like you're not engineering something to really go out there, I think as long as you have the ability to hear it the way you want to, I'm cool with having a room that is not treated.
Right.
Because I just want to get the idea out and hear it. Now, when it comes to mixing, that's a total different story. Mixing is more than the software you have, is more than the knowledge you have of mixing. Now you're getting into your whole environment. You got to get your environment into the game. But like in this room, aside from some bass traps and a few like spot treatments, like this room isn't treated. But I'm also not in here trying to mix a project. I'll just send it to Realistic, who is an engineer and has a well-treated studio.
Exactly. And people mixing is a whole, bro. I spent years trying to learn how to mix, and I don't want to say I gave up. I learned how to get my stuff sounding good, but that's a whole craft, bro. That's a whole So I just leave it up to the experts. Yeah. Like you said, I just want it to sound good, and then don't be afraid to reference on other stuff. Use reference mixes. Definitely play on other speakers. So I don't think you have to have this whole insulated room and all that. Like, bro, I got my speakers turned the wrong way. Yeah. Every time people going like, your speakers are turned wrong, I don't care. Yeah, I do it for the look.
Yeah, I'm not really here for that, bro.
Because I know, bro. I know if I need to send it out, somebody else is gonna mix it. I'm not mixing it. I'm just mixing it to the point where it sounds good and it can play on everything. Yeah. And it need that fine tuning. I'm call realistic.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
And I will say, if you are planning to get your beats out there, I think the man was talking about this when he was on our show. Your beats should be mixed if you're sending them to ASRs. See where I'm at.
ASMR.
If you're sending them to A&Rs or anything like that, if you can, you should have your beats mixed. A lot of people underestimate the fact of having their beats mixed, depending on where it's going. Because sometimes you can have a great beat, but the mix will be so bad that it will turn the listener off. Like at the live events when people playing their beats, like you said, the kick is crazy loud and the music is crazy low. You may have a banging beat. Your beat may be incredible, but people can't hear it properly. So if you got the time or you got the resources, I would suggest getting your beats mixed or learning, which can take some time. There are some shortcuts out there, but learning how to get it right yourself.
Yeah, if you have to have a caveat when you play your beats, like that'd be the thing. When people be put on the spot to play the beats, they be like, well, this ain't the final mix though. This is the one before. Anytime you got to do that, then it ain't it. That ain't where you need to be.
I feel like the producer preliminary reference of what they're about to hear, that's almost a thing 80% of the time. Like the hi-hat it's kind of a low hat right now, but you get where I'm going.
Yeah, it's a mid hat. It ain't high.
It's a mid hat.
It ain't Snoop Dogg, but it
yeah, that's a fact.
Young Simba got it, yo.
Oh man,
I got
another MVP.
Man, Simba's been helping me out with the producer kit. Man, when I say I'm thankful, when I say he's been looking out for your boy, so appreciate you, bro. Man,
shout out to you, brother.
He just laced me with some newness.
Hey,
dog. Yeah, so I'm in the game.
Fire.
EA Sports.
Fire, man.
Let's see. Do you guys use loops from sample packs?
Why, yes, we do. As a matter of fact, as fate would have it, we actually make loops and sample packs. Both of us. Yeah. Fire drums, fire loops, fire MIDI, just all that. Yeah.
What's the newest you got out?
The newest I have out is Torch the Globe. I did that with Young Realistic. It's a bunch of top 40 loops, stems, and MIDI. And what we did was we got a whole bunch of talented musicians from all around the world, had them come in and do what they did, and all their greatness, and then just build upon that, man. So we got flutes from Chile and cellos from over here. It's
Venezuela. I'm just throwing out places, but it seemed like it'd be
Venezuelan cello. Sounds really nice.
Sounds nice.
I think it's my new name. But that's the newest. That's the newest from SoundOracle.net. Go check it out. Also, you just put out something recently?
I just put out a pack called Power Levels. A bunch of Asian inspired melody loops. If you get the deluxe, it comes with the MIDI, comes with the stems. Man, it's been going crazy. I've been getting a lot of great feedback. Beats by J Black did a video recently, cooking up with it, went crazy.
Fire.
Busyworks Beats just did a video, cooking up with it, going crazy. So yeah, go check it out, theproducerkid.com. And it's funny. He says, I only ask because some producers debate whether or not if it's cheating. I just did a video about this.
Yeah. Funny enough, yes, you did. And I did a blog. Well, I did a blog with Zulu Child about the same thing. I did not put it out yet. I think I'll put it out sometime in the future since it seems to be a hot topic.
Yeah, here's the thing, and I'm gonna make it short. If the person who's listening to the beat, who's buying the record, if they don't care if it's a sample pack, why do you?
Right. If you do care, that means you're making beats for other producers, and you need to change your mindset and make beats for artists and songwriters.
It's like I said in the video, it's like somebody who does construction or something, like, man, you got an electric screwdriver?
Right, like, oh, that's cheating.
Bro, that's cheating, bro.
Don't build my house with that.
Yeah, we only use manual screwdrivers here.
That's a fact. Also, it's not cheating. It's actually a great producer resource just for learning different techniques. And you have to think, we are people that have an expertise in an area, took the amount of time that you would probably spend trying to perfect an expertise in that area and crafting and curating things specifically for you. And that goes back to our workflow topic. Once again, you don't have to spend time trying to think of all these things or finding source material to even manipulate. It's already right there for you, put together by experts. Hey, man, you could go to the store to buy groceries, or you could become a farmer.
Facts.
One of them you're going to eat tonight, the other one you're going to eat next year.
Hold on, this was a good question. I forgot who it was, but they were saying, if you can't teach tutorials on music if you're not making money as a producer or being a successful one, what is your guys' take on that?
I don't think that's true at all. I don't think that's true, because I can be good at something and I can know something. I may not have had my break at that thing yet, but that doesn't mean that I'm not good or experienced or knowledgeable about it. I could have did a tutorial about sound design way before people knew I was a sound designer, because
that is true.
I was doing it. You know what I mean? You don't have to be out there making all types of money to be in a position to teach people something. What you really need is to have the knowledge of what it is that you're talking about. That's really it. Now, if you do have money from doing something, that may get you a little more credibility with your audience. I mean, I don't dispute that at all, but I think the main thing you need is just the knowledge, the experience, the willingness, and the consistency to deliver whatever it is you're great at to people, and that's really it. You know what I mean?
I agree. Simmons says, "Yo, I'm not gonna be in town for the summit." Damn, cuz.
Come on, man.
Damn, cuz.
You're messing up the flow, man.
Man, cancel that flight to where you going? You gotta just make up a place with him. He be traveling so everywhere.
Dubai. He don't go to Dubai. He goes to Dubai again.
Y'all just at the pyramids, just checking in.
Yeah, Giza.
Cairo's overrated, but the pyramids are great.
Yeah, he tired. He exploring other pyramids that other people ain't get to. The pyramids of Antarctica.
Yeah, it was the Aztecs.
Tired of Egypt.
Great times. Those Mayans know how to party.
Not so great at calendars, but man.
Is an online engineering degree a good route?
I don't know the ins and outs of pursuing a online engineering degree. Like, I don't know what the qualifications are that they say that you are good at something or not. But once again, it goes back to if you are getting the knowledge and knowing how to apply it, whether you got that online or in person or just learned it yourself, as long as you got it, you got it.
My thing with and I hope I'm not like being super weird, but like with YouTube and all these resources and courses, I would probably spend my money with somebody who makes a course about something or and knows what I want, and it's gonna be much cheaper than paying for a degree from Full Sail online.
That's a fact.
It's like learning how to be it's like learning how to be a chef online. It's like, I get it, but for me, I want the hands-on experience. That's really what it's going. I can't learn. I can, but it's hard for me to learn just watching stuff on a screen. Me actually doing it and applying is what makes it. So it's like, if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna be online, why don't you utilize like YouTube and courses and stuff like that? Yeah.
Instead of like a school per se.
I mean,
I agree. Yeah. Going the course route is way better.
Yeah.
It costs you a lot less money too.
Bro, that school.
Whew. Yeah. School is never designed for your budget.
And I've met people, I know about 3 or 4 people who went to either Full Sail or SAE, right? And they're fire, right? Fire with the engineering, production, super fire. But then I've met people who are trash. So I think it's just your mindset and like how well you learn and apply stuff. You know what I mean? School's not gonna make you dope. It's just gonna give you the tools to learn the stuff to make you dope.
That's a fact. I will say with courses and online stuff, you have to have a higher level of discipline. I think. Oh yeah. Because you could always just stop or slack off. Where in school, you kind of held personally accountable if you're there. In person, but just when you're doing things online, just make sure your discipline level is up there so you can stick with it.
He said, "I'm not mastering anything. That's what Lander's for." Oh God!
Hey, Lander, huh? Oh my God!
We need some milk.
Let me stop. Let's see. What's good to all my producers and engineers? What's good? Is anyone drinking on that bottle? It's here for.
It's here for aesthetics.
For aesthetics today? Right now. Yeah. I just came off of a tequila night. You know what I mean? Tequila Mockingbird.
Yeah, I drank Saturday night for the first time in like 4 months. I mean, it was cool. Your boy was all right. I made it. I did it. But
my dog said I got the hotel just for the night.
Facts. I definitely did. Definitely was not driving anywhere. But yeah, not today. I guess we're not drinking. I just had some coffee.
Oh yeah. Quintino said I'm getting an unquantized tattoo.
At least he's gonna be the one. Don't do it on the forehead though.
At least let me send you the high quality PNG so you get that direct transfer. Ooh. You know what I mean? Like
billboard quality.
Don't get the dude the free handed. You know what I mean? Get the crispiness.
Yes.
Let's see. I've learned so much from YouTube that probably would cost me 10,000s of like going to Full Sail. That is true.
That is very true.
You right though. You do got to be disciplined. I'm course shorty. I am course the shorty.
Oh yeah, you are course the god.
I've taken probably a PhD in online courses over the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Ignorant amount. Most of my money goes to buying courses about stuff.
When I need to know what course to get, I hear him. If I don't know what course I should be getting,
I'm that guy.
Yeah. You know, you call some people like, yo, what's good on Netflix? What's good with the courses, cuz? What you got?
What y'all learned today?
Yeah. That's a fact.
Dang, somebody wrote something fire on my drink, but I can't read it. I got to figure out a way to read my...
Oh, because you
yeah. Dang.
I know a way. I'll tell you after the show.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to sorry, whoever wrote that paragraph. I'll DM you afterwards.
We had another question. So, what are some ways that producers can keep up with the production game while they're away balancing their work-life thing? I would say have certain outlets in certain places that you can always reference and check. This podcast, Unquantized Podcast, you can tune in to us every week or just hit our YouTube, and we talk about things that are currently going on. We'll keep you up with production. There's certain blogs and certain people's pages that you can just follow, and they'll pretty much. I mean, I believe if you have at least 5 good steady places, you can pretty much stay up to date with what's happening.
It's a lot of good trendsetters in this production.
That is true.
Yeah, I think you just being aware and keeping your ears and eyes open, stay listening to new music, go to like Spotify and listen to the playlists of the fresh new stuff. Yeah. I had a bad habit of, I would just listen to my stuff and which is great. I ain't gonna bring a story. No, it's just, I've seen, like, did you see that Lil Wayne's drink? And, bro, he didn't know who anybody was because he's such in his own world, which works for him.
It depends on the person.
It works for him, but I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could be such in a bubble where I don't hear other stuff and be like, oh, that's what's going on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But, like, they was like QC, and he's like, who? Right. 21 Savage is one person? I was like, yo, this is
they thought it was a group.
I was like, yo, this is wild, bro.
That is pretty funny. I used to be that person. I was making beats a lot more, and I really used to be into my own world. But now, I'm actually addicted to Spotify playlists right now. Oh yeah. I just found a song I like and make a radio station out of that joint, or find an album I like and make a radio station out of it, and then I just come across so much dope stuff.
I'm weird about. I haven't been sitting down and like exploring music like that though. Like I'll do that, but I'm just like skip. I sound like Shannon Sharp. Skip.
Come on, skip.
Hey, points. We'll see. Young IDK Jr. Yo,
what up, bro?
Shout out to the homie, man.
Yes, sir.
Always good people, man. IDK, you gotta pull up to Atlanta, man. We gotta hit up what was we at? 10 Lizzies? Oh yeah. It was at the 10 Lizzies. Bruh.
Oh, we had a great time at 10 Lizzies. Yeah, IDK was there. Young Paul Cabin was there. There was a lot of people there. Oh, also, Prentice came to the live event too, man. Shout out to Prentice. I knew it was somebody.
Who would y'all want to see as panelists on the live show?
Oh, that's good. Come on. Hit the chats. Who should we have as panelists at our next live event?
Who would y'all want to hear from? And it doesn't have to be a specific person. It could be like a industry type. It could be like, I want A&Rs. I want a manager. I want, let us know. Because we try to bring people that, like, we thought it would be great to have an A&R because I feel like a lot of people don't get that perspective a lot. Yeah. Especially in, like, these producer panel kind of things.
Yeah. Also having an attorney there.
Oh, yeah. Man, shout out to Atira. That's the homie, man. So I'm really glad she came through because I feel like she cleared up a lot of stuff for people.
Oh, and she was thorough.
Oh, she don't play.
No, she was quite thorough.
She don't play.
Yeah, that's how we plan out our panel. It's like we know the types of questions that producers have. Mm-hmm. And we want people in those positions that could best answer those questions because that's what they do.
Facts. OC, I work several jobs in LA and I tune in on social media, go to music events if possible, and I spread a little time to produce music. I'm tired as hell, but I love music. Hey, that's how you gotta do it.
There you go.
You gotta put in that grind.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. I have been getting lots of requests to pull up and sing on records, but I'm not crazy about that. Should I pursue more or stick to writing and producing? I guess it just depends on what your goal is.
Yeah. Okay. We out of here?
No, that's low battery.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
Are we?
We got 20. We good though.
All right.
But I mean, shoot, it worked for the Dream. I don't think the Dream was intending on being a singer.
That's true.
He's a songwriter.
Also, have you tried it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or is it just one of the things we like, I know I don't want to do that. Some things you just don't want to do. Other things, if you kind of on the fence, I would say try it a couple times. You never know. You may just fall in love with it or get a great opportunity from it.
We'll see. Y'all should have Cardo and Twisted Genius on y'all guest panel.
Okay.
Curtis King.
All right.
We got
we've done some live panel for Curtis King.
Yeah, we did a LA joint with with Young Busy and Curtis.
Yep, that's a fact.
Young T-Pain. T-Pain would be good.
That would be fire.
I feel like T-Pain might tax a little bit, but he would be fire.
I think so too.
So they about to kick us off. Oracle, any plugs, any announcements?
Man, check out soundoracle.net. New things coming up in the next coming week. But if you haven't already, check out Torch the Globe, amazing sample pack. Musicians from all around the world. We took their performances, made them in the top 40 hits, gave you the MIDI, gave you the stems, gave you everything you need to make a top 40 hit of your own. Soundoracle.net. Check it out. And we could also do the producer thing. But what you got?
Theproducerkit.com. Newest sample pack is Power Level. It's Asian-inspired melody loops. Lots of kodos. Lots of different scales. Some fire instruments. It's crazy. And if you get the deluxe, it comes with the stems. Comes with the MIDI.
Fire.
It's been going crazy. And I don't want to say most importantly, but the Producer Power Summit, April 18th, Atlanta. Tickets will be on sale this week. We should have the website and all that stuff finished this weekend. We start doing tickets. We're going to have regular tickets, VIP. We're going to have a cook-up session like we did last time.
Yeah, that was
which
fun.
was super fun.
Oh, that was fun.
We had Busy there, Beats by J Black. We had all brought our equipment.
Yep.
We was in a nice little studio. We all made beats together.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a vibe.
That was super dope, man.
Damn, it
Oh,
still
yeah,
ain't even come off
they're
yet.
giving us the
They're
giving us the little battery. There it is. There it is.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, Instagram, we out already. YouTube. Thank you for joining us on another Friday. It's been a major show. That show went by fast.
Yeah. Should we exit by dancing?
Yeah. Show them the beat battle move. Yeah. There you go.
No, the beat battles. That's crazy, right? That's crazy, right? And then you gotta do the.
Oh, you gotta do that.
Yeah, you know what
You gotta do the drums. What? With the shoulders.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
I'm over
man.
here walking like I gotta turn it off. Don't y'all laugh at my dancing either. I got y'all.